Happy Friday, the day after Thanksgiving, which is Black Friday. We don't have any sales for you, anything like that, but we do have our VO only income numbers for this past week, which was a slower week with the holiday coming.
Yeah.
But you'll get to see how we did either way. I will say this, we do not have our VO Marketing Pro numbers this week because VO Marketing Pro doesn't send out during the week of major holidays. You still get the VO talent that are with us still get the same number of emails for the year. It's just spread out differently so that during this week, they're not maybe wasted. So, which we don't believe that any marketing is wasted, but we make sure we give, if this week's a little bit slower, we give a little bit more emails during last week or later, spread out throughout the year. So no worries about that. I don't know what else I was going to say. I personally haven't stopped my direct marketing or my auditioning or anything like that. I'm full-time, so I'm around. We did a small family gathering last night for Thanksgiving, but other than that, I've been sending out emails during the week and doing auditions. So you'll see that reflected in my numbers and the way that I do business. So we're going to do Dad My voiceover only income. Dad's a 16-year veteran in voiceover. I am in my 5th year. Dad's trying to slow down, kind of semi-retire, stuff like that. Trying to make 150. He's already over the 200 grand mark, probably over 215 by now.
But yep, just a little over, yeah.
And I'm trying to make 110, a little bit of a lofty goal. I just did my numbers for the year. I'm at 77 grand. So last year I made 80, trying to just get over that $80,000 mark. Keep it the same as I did last year, not lose any money. That would be great, especially in a year that's been difficult for some folks. So I'm taking that as a win. So anyway, here's my week. I'm trying to make $2,100 a week. Warm responses in direct marketing, nothing. I had one audition though. I had 6 jobs between Upwork, Voice123, Direct Email Marketing, Voices.com, Fiverr, VO Planet, and ACX. 8 jobs between those. Those are the platforms I'm on or ways that I get business. Upwork, I had 2 jobs for a total of $292.50. Voice123, I had 3 jobs for a total of $1,200 this week. And then I had 3 jobs and a little revision fix that I got paid for a total of $335. Nothing on Voices, nothing on Fiverr, nothing on the VO Planet, and nothing on ACX. My total this week was $1,827.50 on a supposed to be slow week, about $300 short of my goal, but it was a fun week. I had some things going and had a couple sessions earlier in the week and got to get really close to my goal. So that's nice. I didn't do any editing this week for Dad. So my total was $1,827.50, all from voiceover, which I like.
And I'm counting this as a 3-day week. I do that every year. At the beginning of the year, I just say, how many work days am I going to work? How many days am I going to take off? I don't count the weekends, obviously, but around holidays and such, I try to place in my calendar so that I know how much I make per day, work day, and how much I make per month, and so on and so forth. And so I just did a 3-day week. So this is a 3-day week that I'm including all of this income. So I had nothing on Voice123, nothing on Voices.com, and nothing on Upwork. Fiverr, I had $720, and then direct $1,135. My total just barely beat Hudson at $1,855 even. $1,855
had him beat all week, and I just couldn't close the deal.
Even. Yeah, you thought you were going to get a job from a mutual
I
client
it was a
that
job.
we
It was a
shared.
revision.
And he came in and he said, "What would that have made you, like 1927? Is that
exactly? Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
oh well, that happens.
Doesn't bother me. I was really happy about my week. On a week that people say, it's not going to be that busy, whatever. I was still only 8 jobs, but pretty good paying jobs. And Voice123 was still strong, $1,200.
When I was those years that I was making over $300,000, there were 4 years in a row. I very rare, even during these holiday weeks, because I had such a global clientele of clients, it was very normal to still have a $4,000 or $5,000 week because clients from India, clients from China, clients from the UK, even from Canada. Even though they know that Thanksgiving is there, they still just, well, here, get this done when you can. And so many, many times I worked all Wednesday and up through, a regular day. Sometimes I even did a few things in the morning on Thursday, and then I usually was full on Friday. Well, this year it was different because I'm slowing down. I'm just not pursuing that much new stuff.
Yeah, and as I'm building my business, I'm finding that things are starting to go like this, and even around these times here where it's supposed to be slow. I had a session on Wednesday, and I had a job on Thursday.
Yeah,
that I did.
Oh yeah, right.
People don't have to run their businesses that way. Just the way that I run my business and the time I have, the life I have, I'm able to do that. And so I spent plenty of time yesterday doing what I wanted to and spending time with family, and some today. But if I have some time, I'll pop into my studio and do a job, do some work if I have it. And
I hear very few industry leaders in voiceover say that you can have steady income day after day, week after week, month after month, year after year. Well, it's not true. You can. If you run your business a certain way, then you won't. But if you run it and really run it with the mindsets that I have, then you can. You can start to smooth out when I was making the over $300,000 a year, very rarely did I make under $4,500, and usually I was somewhere between $45,000 and $7,000 a week. It was just always there. There was a $2,000 or $3,000 gap here and there, but it was always around $5,000 to $6,000, almost like clockwork. And you can do that. And we have a small group called VO Marketing Pro Plus that gets together, and we talk about doing business this way. And the mindsets and the different strategies and stuff. There's no secret sauce to it. It's just being in business and open for business and wanting to work because we're in business. And so if you ever want to find out more about that, it's $50 a month to join. Get a couple fireside chats with Hudson and I. We do a webinar every week, and we have a very lively Facebook where people post quite a bit, and they actually post a fair amount of them post their numbers weekly or monthly. So if you want to be a part of that, just shoot us an email, John Barsness at vomarketingpro.com, or you can put a little comment here below.
All right. Thanks for joining us. Hope you're recovering from your Thursday of eating and hanging out with family and friends. If you're here watching us, thanks for taking some time out of your busy holiday weekend. Now get back to your family. All right. We'll see you later. Bye.